let's proceed ahead with your mock for NITIE Bombay. So let's start with your introduction first.
Sure, sir. My name is Nitin Pant. I belong to the Dev Bhumi of India, Uttarakhand, born and brought up in Delhi. I have completed my intermediate from Delhi itself, from where I joined mechanical and automation engineering from Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University. There I developed a strong inclination towards the concepts dealing with industrial engineering and management. To strengthen this idea further, I joined as a project manager in Siemens Healthineers, from where I worked 3 years and developed a holistic learning towards the concepts, including project management, team building, leadership, as well as I worked upon my mere presentation skills as well. Now I think this is the right time for me to launch my growth journey in the career with a strong brand like NITIE. I have heard about the mentorship that teachers provide inside the classrooms, as well as the seniors provide outside the classroom, which will definitely train me for the accelerated career growth that I'm desiring for the future. That's all.
Okay, so Nitin, you are still working?
No, sir. I left my job last year. It's been 8 to 10 months for this.
Okay, which company you were working?
Siemens, sir. Siemens.
So, what was the main product on which you people were working?
Sir, I was generally concerned with the installation and commissioning of high-end diagnostic and lab diagnostic equipments in government hospitals all around the northern region.
Medical devices.
Medical equipments like CT scans, MRIs, PET CTs, SPECT CTs. I was the project manager taking care of installation and commissioning of these in government hospitals. Sir.
Okay. So Nitin, then what made you resign? Why you resigned?
Sir, I reevaluated my career goals again and found out that I needed some change. Moreover, I was not happy with the nature of the job. We had to put in a lot of hours in there, about 16-17 hours per day, because whatever the hours we had to put was based on the milestones we were having on those sites. I realized that mere technical knowledge will not help me survive in the industry. So I wanted to develop upon some soft skills as well, and want to hone my industrial engineering and management skills. And what better in this than structured curriculum of NITIE, which will train me for the professional journey I am about to embark upon.
Okay, so with what intention you want to join NITIE Bombay now?
Sir, in order to hone my industrial engineering management skills and to have an accelerated growth in my career in the future.
Okay, so now let me ask you, Nitin, you were project manager in your domain. So can you tell me what are the various phases of project management?
With respect to Siemens Healthineers, I can tell you.
Yes.
Yes, sir. So whatever a project manager in any industry, his basic goal will be to define the goal or the task he should work upon. Then then in the future, he will have to control all those tasks to bring the project to the successful ending. In terms of Siemens Healthineers, it included the pre-tendering site visit, preparation of scope of work, BOQ, as well as discussion on the same with customer in order to understand their demand continuously, and then finally bringing the project towards completion in stipulated time, minimum cost with maximum efficiency, whatever possible.
Okay, Nitin, now can you tell me how project management is different from product management?
Sir, project management, I think, is concerned with taking an activity towards its completion, while product management is based more on the value engineering or value analysis of that project or of that product, how to enhance the value of that product in the market. This, I think, will be the domain of product management.
When we talk about a project management, what kind of characteristics do you need in project manager to be a successful project manager? What kind of traits are required?
Yes, sir. Sir, in project management, a project manager should have the traits of working in teams, should have good leadership abilities. He should have the adaptability and flexibility to work in harsh conditions during the phases of the project. Like sometimes he'll get the chance to work in offices, sometimes he'll have to work on sites. He should also have a considerable good amount of presentation skills as well, so that he can pitch his product, he can pitch his ideas in front of the client efficiently.
So you were actually installing the product with the customer, right?
Yes, sir.
So was there any time duration within which you used to complete this entire project which was assigned to you?
Yes, sir. It was generally based on a government tender process. When the government used to release order, they used to place a condition there that with the availability of permanent power on site, you will get 45 days for installation and commissioning of the equipment, along with full handover with to the customer. This also included the required application training that we had to provide the customers.
What problems were you facing in your project execution?
Sir, project execution, the main problem I faced was to deal with really difficult people and their regional supervisors. They generally used to create conflict-ridden environment, negative environments on site. So I usually used to sit down with them and often used to solve their problems by mediation. I used to remind them of their responsibilities and how we are in the industry of healthcare, and we are in an industry where we can make a difference by working socially, and we can if you provide your support to me, I'll be able to complete this project 2 days before, such that I'll be able to save one more life in
So I presume you must have worked during COVID phase also, right? Last years.
Yes, sir, I have also worked during COVID phase.
So how this entire work got affected due to COVID disruptions?
Sir, initially the lockdown was imposed on March 2020. So all the works were, at halt for nearly 1.5 months. Then, with scientists and doctors continuously working, they found an association with CT scanners and the diagnostics of COVID-19. This found some this digital radiography and fluoroscopy equipment found some use in diagnostics of COVID-19. So again, we were back to site being as healthcare professionals, and we started. I tell you, within a mere period of 3 months, we installed nearly 55 CT scanners in various government hospitals along the north region.
Yes. Okay. So now, Nitin, how you used to resolve the crisis or the conflict which you used to get during your work in the project?
Sir, often I used to escalate the issue with higher management, because when higher management gets involved, the person at fault would usually bow down and will be able to complete the project efficiently like this.
Okay, Nitin. Now, when you join this class of NITIE PGDI 2022,
yes,
what do you bring on table? I mean, why the class will get enriched by your presence?
Sir, I already worked for 3 years in corporate, and I have a mere basic knowledge of leadership, working in teams, working under pressure, flexibility and adaptability, as I said, in working in different in different harsh conditions. So I'll be able to bring out my input on how in any negative situation we can bring the task towards its completion more efficiently.
So now, once you graduate from NITIE,
yes, sir.
Suppose you join the same industry once again.
Yes, sir.
Medical devices industry.
Yes, sir.
How will you do differently this time?
Sir, as I said, the structured curriculum of NITIE will allow me to hone my industrial engineering and management skills. I have read the curriculum of NITIE that it also has adapted to the new job prospects like artificial intelligence and machine learning. I would be able to hone these skills, and we have a system in Siemens with Italica 1.0, which is working upon segregation of the data from a large number of patients, developing a correlation between their lab diagnostics values, and it is working towards all these correlations in an aged patient, how to the degree of severity this COVID-19 can develop in a patient. So with my skills in artificial intelligence and machine learning from a structured curriculum of NITIE, I'll be able to put my input in it. I'm highly interested to go into the field of data science as well from there.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You have any question to ask us, Nitin?
No, sir, not right now. I don't have any.
So if they give you this opportunity, please ask them some question, right?
Okay, sir.
Now let me tell you, Nitin, you will end up your introduction at your job. That I did job for 3 years and then I submitted my resignation, sir.
Okay, sir.
Next question is why you resigned.
Okay,
and the answer you gave is not acceptable actually.
Okay, sir.
Because 16-17 hours job and all, that's a very, very natural thing in any kind of job, even after NITIE.
Yes, sir.
So let's not project ourselves that we can't do that. Even during the training in NITIE, maybe you are supposed to work for that many hours. Internship, before internship, you are supposed to slog that much. Now, what we can say is that the job was good, and in fact, I learned a lot of things. And it was in this job that I could realize that I have managerial skills, and I'm enjoying that particular profile because I was project manager. Earlier, I never thought that I'll be relishing working for 15, 16 hours. But then when I was put in that situation, I started enjoying it. And it was actually B2G model, I mean business to government model, where I was supposed to interact with so many government employees also, and there were different kind of conflicts.
Yes.
There was a different kind of inertia, different kind of conflict, different kind of objections and restrictions. So I could interact with different kind of people. That honed my interpersonal skills, negotiation skills, conflict resolving skills, human relations. So I started somehow I started enjoying it. Now, sir, that was the moment I realized that I should brand myself further, sir, because for the same kind of effort, the remuneration which I was getting, if I get the branding like NITIE Bombay and learning more, this finished, if I give you, if I make it more refined, I'll be getting very good career. Because I see some of my seniors, sir, they were from very reputed institutes like NITIE, and I found that for the same effort, though their approach was also different, their approach was more refined. Maybe the kind of knowledge they acquired from these kind of reputed institutes through the learning in the classroom and from the learning of professors, expert professors, I think their approach for the same problem was more refined. So I was missing something there. I was trying to learn, but then I realized that the kind of learning which I'll get in the field, maybe in 5 years, I may get that same learning within 1 year by joining some academic institute of reputation. And then that was the moment I decided to prepare wholeheartedly for this institute. I was technically I was sound, sir, and then I wanted to join one institute where a technocrat enters and a real good manager comes out, and the NIT is the best institute for that. So it was in that job I realized that yes, I can really do good in this particular profile. So don't criticize 15, 16 hours, praise it.
Okay.
This is something which is good, I want it. But then I realized कि यार मेरे में वो चीज है, लेकिन एक चीज मिसिंग है, ब्रांडिंग और एक अप्रोच।
जब मैंने तो I found out कि उनकी जो अप्रोच है वो थोड़ा और ज्यादा रिफाइंड है।
उनकी अप्रोच डिफरेंट है, उनके अप्रोच के पीछे एक नॉलेज बेस है।
यस,
जो मैं मिस कर रहा हूँ, कहीं ना कहीं मैं मिस कर रहा हूँ, वो फील्ड में मेरे को शायद लर्न करने को नहीं मिले। तो उसके लिए then I decided, I resigned because getting into NIT is competitive. My job was very hectic, sir. 16 hours in field, hardly any time to prepare after that.
Maybe I can say my preparation was not going in that structured way that I was willing for it to go.
Yes, obviously. And then I decided with determination that I will go for it, and that was how I did it. उस direction में लेके जाओ, right? Project management, product management, all these things usually project management का पूरा course पढ़ा हुआ है हमारा.
Yes.
Project management पूरा course पढ़ा हुआ because it is a topic in engineering services.
Yes, sir.
We covered it in very thorough manner.
Yes.
Project management पूरा रगड़ दो अच्छे तरीके से.
तो sir, if I want to drive my interview towards my previous job experience, वो जो आपने बताया कि I should end my introduction with this job prospect only, so it will take my
introduction में कुछ बला बला नहीं बोलना है, बस आपने ग्रेजुएशन यहाँ से किया, उसके बाद मैं जॉब में चला गया, जॉब में मैं ये किया. Tell with excitement of your job. And this is the profile, and I learned a lot in my job, sir. So last October I resigned. It is like this. Okay, my job is this. I'm doing this, sir. I'm learning this. This is my profile. This is what I'm doing, and I learned a lot of things in my job, sir. And then last October I resigned. The moment you leave it here, out of curiosity, they will ask, "कि इतना enjoy कर रहा है, इतना learn करना, भाई छोड़ा क्यों?" And then it goes forward. वहीं से हमें आगे लेके जाना है.
So, sir, also could you recommend some good questions which we can ask them? It will create an impact like that.
Yes, at the end you have to ask them.
So, sir, could you recommend some questions which we can put in?
Link it with the biomedical evolution of the biomedical domain of things. जैसे entrepreneurship. I wanted to ask you, since you are very experienced people, sir. Medical devices, we have seen medical field in which I have worked is, if somebody wants to become entrepreneur in medical field, lot of capital is required. So I want to ask you, sir, is capital requirement really an important parameter to get into entrepreneurship and be successful in entrepreneurship, or a person like me without any capital but having knowledge, sound knowledge in particular field can also aspire to be in entrepreneurship in particular field. भाई पैसा चाहिए क्या सर? क्योंकि जहां मैंने देखा वहां तो सीमेन बड़े बड़े लोग हैं, तो सर क्या एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में सक्सेसफुल होने के लिए पैसा चाहिए? आई आस्क यू दिस क्वेश्चन डायरेक्टली टू यू पीपल बिकॉज यू हैव एक्सपीरियंस. जैसे मैं ऑटोमोबाइल में अगर जॉब कर रहा हूँ, ऑटोमोबाइल में टाटा बैठा हुआ है, Hyundai बैठा हुआ है, तो क्या पैसा चाहिए उसके लिए? बहुत ज्यादा. Is that a bottleneck? Is that a restriction? Or merely on the basis of your passion or your interest and your experience, you can think of getting success in entrepreneurship if you don't have money?
Okay, yes.
You ask this in this direction.
Okay, sir.
और अपना जो आपका बैकग्राउंड है, लाइट शुड बी ऑन योर फेस. बैकग्राउंड शुड बी हेजी बट यू शुड बी ब्राइट. आप चमकने चाहिए.
है सर, एक्चुअली वो बड़ा हेस्टी में इंटरव्यू हुआ, तो दैट्स व्हाई सर अभी वो मैं प्रिपेयर.
टाई शाई लगाओ, स्मार्ट बनो, दाढ़ी वाड़ी करके बिल्कुल टेक्नो, राइट?
ओके सर.
ओके,
थैंक यू सर.